Oh my God. Uh, I was in a rush trying to get started too because I've been, trying to make meetings and okay, so here we go. All right. Welcome everyone. So this is my favorite class to teach, emotional wellness made easy because the holidays are coming up. That's what I was saying that you couldn't hear me. I grab my Spanish sage because it reminds me of Thanksgiving because we're the turkey and the sage and the thyme, you know what I'm saying? So for most of us, Thanksgiving is going to be really difficult because we've lost a loved one, or we're not near our loved ones, or we can't get to our loved ones. So maybe you have a community of loved ones that you can hang out with on Thanksgiving. But we can use our oils to support us when we're, feeling those emotions are running high, right? So we can, function and enjoy the holidays because we're supposed to enjoy the holidays. But it's okay to grieve if you have to grieve. You don't want to hang on to those emotions. We're going to talk about all that, what happens to your body when you do that, and all that fun stuff. So let's get right to it. Yay. Okay. Thank you guys for bearing with me with no audio. But for those of you in our YouTube family, you don't even know because I edited that out. All right, here we go. Enough of that. That was fun. Okay. Woohoo. All right, you guys. Yay. Let me make myself a little bigger here. Give me a second. All right, emotional wellness made easy. Thank you for joining me. I want to acknowledge you for being open to learning more about your body, how it operates, and how essential oils can play a role in supporting when our brain, our stomach, our gut cannot produce the chemicals that our body needs to function as a whole. So again, as I was saying in the beginning, and the holidays are coming, emotions are running high. For me, I've been turning to doTERRA the past 7 weeks because I quit my job as a cafeteria lady and started working full time in a new industry, the health industry, which, hello universe, how do I get in without having to go back to school? And an opportunity opened up and I had to jump on it. And I'm glad I did. I learned a lot. But boy, the emotions were running super high. Oh my goodness. So these are the oils I turn to. We're going to talk about them today. First off, rah rah ree, kick them in the knee, cheer. Huge, huge, huge helper. I applied it to my chest because I could smell the aroma and it smells happy. It's a uplifting blend. So it has all the oils that have chemical compounds that uplift you, woohoo, make you feel like yay. And then motivate was another one. Motivate, oh my gosh, so that's an encouraging blend. I needed that when I found out I was getting laid off after 3 weeks of working there. And then peace be with you and also with you. Okay, on the pulse points, yay. And a lot of also had an inhaler with peace in it because I had the oil. I think I took some of this and put it in there. So what it is you just inhale it. Inhale it. Whew. I think I have something else in here other than peace because I smell some other things because it smells different. Okay. And then last 2 things I had in the very beginning because what was happening when I get overwhelmed or if I don't get all the information I need to do the job correctly, I fall apart and it drives me nuts because it's like I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't get all the information. So I had Forgive with Me, just my favorite. I really love the way Forgive smells. It's like really light. It's not potent. I love it. It's just very subtle. That's why I like it the most because some of these are like in your face, but this one's very subtle. And then I also had Console, which I don't have in my little carry case because I kept throwing it in my purse. And so it's in my purse. So yeah, let me put this back so I can bring this with me. And all right, so that's what I had with me to get me through the beginning of starting a whole new chapter of my life and, that door closing really, because another one's going to open. I'm still trying, I've got referrals out there. I'm working, you guys. I'm trying feverishly to land another job because man, once you get a taste of that nectar, you're kind of like, oh, I kind of missed this. I want to get back into it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, say a prayer, light a candle, whatever you guys got to do out there for me that follow me. Thank you. Yeah, for the more the merrier. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. All right. So before we get started, I want to show you a little demonstration because a lot of what was going on in my body is also related to the adrenal glands because I'm also perimenopausal. So I had that going for me on top of learning something new and that experience, meeting new personalities, the whole thing. I've noticed I'm getting things, a rash. I don't know. I'm working with a dermatologist at the end of the month, so we'll figure out what it is. It's starting to go away, but you're just seeing what, the scarring of it, of what's left. But I still have a big old patch on the back of my neck that just wants to hang out there. So we're going to take care of that. So I really truly believe it's coming from the gut, the adrenal glands, because when I am stressed out, is triggering the cortisol, and that is what produces that stressful feeling, the anxious feelings, all that fun stuff. And if that is overproducing too much cortisol, then your hormones become unbalanced and you start having issues. So I wanted to show you, for those of y'all that are who wakes up at 2-3 in the morning for no reason, just boop, wide awake. You almost feel like you're like ready to start the day, and you're like, what the hell, I need to go back to sleep. I don't need to be up till like 5, 6, whatever time it is for you, and you just want to get back to sleep quickly. So why are you waking up like that? Well, I always thought it was because the universe was trying to tell me something. And it's because our adrenal gland has produced so much cortisol that it's not I don't want to say flushing it out, but it's just like hanging out in your body because you're not processing your emotions to the point where you have to pass it, because your body will hold on to everything and anything if you let it. So you've got to let that shit go. So let me show you, let me demonstrate with you what's happening and why you're getting up. So this is what your body should normally look like at rest, 7 to 8 hours, because your cells are rejuvenating. And this is your cortisol level. This is like a little normal person. That it's a very little stress, maybe some, because we're always going to have that, but normal amount where it's manageable. Okay, boom, boom, boom. This is what they would look like at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, now if your stressful lifestyle, work, whatever it is, this is what your cortisol level is going to look like at 3 in the morning. So what happens at 3 o'clock is your adrenal gland is going to kick in some cortisol at 3 o'clock, and it's going to like slowly introduce itself to your body. So this is what's happening at 3 o'clock. It's just slowly introducing. So by like 5 or 6, oh, wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Okay. But if you're that person like myself, because I was going through that too, getting up at 2 and 3 when I was like, what's going on? This was me. And then at 3 o'clock in the morning, we're slowly pouring and hello, wake up. You're already up. It's 3:30, 4 o'clock. Too many hours before. And some of y'all might be more because, and don't worry about the water. I'm going to fill my Keurig and water my plants around my office. Okay, so that's what's going on, you guys. So I'm here to help you find some natural solutions. It's not just the oils, it's a whole system. It's the whole body. So we're going to get into it. Let's go. Let's have it. All right. So would you like to be more happy, connected, empowered the minute you wake up? More restful too. All right. In this emotional wellness class, you'll learn the science behind emotion and essential oils. Yep, we're going to do a little bio 101. Tools and habits for healthy body chemistry, and practical emotional wellness steps you can take now. You can do it right now. Okay. So we're all created to function as a whole, right? The spirit, mind, and body. They're all interconnected. We have to nourish the spirit. We have to nourish the body. We have to nourish the mind. And then we're going to feel whole. That's wellness. It's all we're trying to do. And our body's made up of these intelligent cells wired to restore health. So that's our cell. It's got like a little membrane right around here. This is like an oily membrane. Pay attention to that word, oily membrane. Okay. And then these are just like, I don't know, just a little party in there, right? So they have these receptors that, stick out, and they're just like, hey, where are the chemicals that the body produces? Where are those? Well, these are emotions. These molecules right here are emotions. Our brain produces them, our gut produces them, and the cells are just floating around. Where are you? And they're going to attach to these receptors, and then they bypass, and then they tell the cell, all right, you're going to be happy, sad, or mad, or glad, or whatever the situation is, whatever your body chemical is producing or not producing. Because sometimes if you're not producing enough, then your cells, they just don't function correctly, and then it impacts, the way you interact in the world. Okay, so that's what that is. That's what emotions are. They're chemicals. Yay. So emotions are processed through the body. We have the three brains, they're all connected. Science reveals there are complex neural processing of functions in the mind, heart, and gut. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Let's get into that. The three brains. Well, we know about this one, the cranium, right? The one inside of here. All right, the subconscious mind directs over 90% of our behavior. So anything that is like happened to you as a kid, fortunately, is still up in there. We probably don't remember most of it, but the way we interact with people, it's solely based on the interactions we had in the past with other, with adults and other children and that sort of thing. But it's also logic and intellect. It's where we store all the facts that we learn. Our heart is the intuition. There are more narrow pathways that run from the heart to the brain than from the brain to the heart. So the heart is always sending that information to the brain. And the gut, yeah, you hear that people say that all the time. I had a gut feeling. I felt it in my gut. Well, 90% of the body's serotonin involved in mood management is produced in the gut. That's why probiotics are super, super like helpful. And supplements that have GABA in it are helpful. So we could talk about that too, maybe later in the class. Okay, the three brains communicate with each other. They feed back to and therefore influence the mind. So yeah, when you're like hungry and then you get hangry, that it's an emotion. It's because your gut is like, hey, we're not feeling whole over here. Help us out. All right, so our three brains instinctively process every life experience. So we've all been in this situation, right? We're dealing with a lot of balls in the air, and we start to feel overwhelmed, right? There's all kinds of stuff going on. She's like, I got to figure this out. I got a crying baby, maybe needs to change a diaper. The dog needs attention, needs to go to the bathroom. And I've got my husband or mother-in-law on the phone, who knows? And she's feeling overwhelmed. And then her gut is like, well, I'm stuck. That's the process. That's us in processing what's happening externally in our body. And then our reaction is you might get head tension. You get conflicting feelings. Maybe they don't, I'm not doing enough. I'm not enough. They don't like me. I'm being not enough or too much, whatever you're telling whatever is going on in your heart. And then your tummy hurts, right? And then you're having like a huge disconnection. Huge. I remember one time I got upset over something really silly at work, like super, super silly. And my stomach was so tied in knots that I had to take a sick day. I was just like, I went home, I took the rest of the day off, and because I could not control my emotions. My stomach was in knots. I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, I don't know why. This is so emotional. I don't know. I don't understand it. So I went home to kind of like decompress, and I found meditation. This was the first time I like really took meditation seriously, like super seriously, because I was like, I can't stop whatever all this is going on. And as soon as I went through the process, it's one of those that they talk you through it. Like you start with the mind and the shoulders, the jaw, and then and it goes all the way down to the tips of your toes on how to relax. It's just making you more present in the moment and how your body is feeling. So you can relax those areas. And as soon as I got to the gut, I felt like this huge release, and I did not realize how tight it was until I went through that process. And I felt, oh my God, I felt so much better that by the next day, I was just like, you guys have got to get meditation in your life. So get some meditation in your life. So what ends up happening after all of that is we form a belief that I'm not good enough. I'm too much. I'm this, I'm that. You're stupid, you're silly. I get that's my negative talk, that the stupid and the silly, that's been coming up a lot lately, or I'm an idiot. And no, somebody else said that to me and as a kid, and it stuck with me, and I am trying to get rid of that, because your beliefs will show up in your life and create your reality. Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I thought I was an idiot at work. And it wasn't, I'm not an idiot. I know I'm not an idiot. It's just I wasn't given the full information on how to do my job, because the person helping me learn the job knew I wasn't going to have a job. It was so messed up. It was so messed up. So yeah, that's, oh my God, I was a mess. So balance, balance, I had that right at my desk. I had this cute, I don't have the diffuser here, but I had a cute little personal diffuser. It wasn't water-based, just oil, straight oil. You had a little diffuser top, you pour the oil on top, and it, yeah, I would pick it up and like shove it in my face. Frankincense, I put a drop right here on my mind's eye, because the pituitary gland is right in there, and it should be the size of a cherry, but research has shown that it is shrunken to a size of a pea. But frankincense can bypass that blood barrier, and it's very grounding. It's very, it's, you know, it's wood. It's all wood, and frankincense is in balance grounding blend. And what frankincense does in that blend is it supercharges all the other oils that are in it. I'm trying to think what oils are in. I know vetiver's in it, so it's supercharging that, because it's a supercharger. That's what frankincense does. Why do you think frankincense and myrrh were put together to give to baby Jesus? They're a powerhouse. It makes total sense. And they probably were given gold to like mix the oils together. Man, I'm starting to think the three wise men had three wise wives, and they all got together and said, oh my God, the baby Jesus, we gotta, you know, it's a miracle. We need to give, send our husbands to give gifts, because Mary's gonna need these. And, you know, that's what I think really happened. All right, emotions and essential oils interact chemically. So our essential oils all have chemical compounds, okay? They're tested to make sure they have the chemical compounds. It's one of the tests doTERRA does out of the 54 that they do, and 11 of those are done by third-party labs, you guys. So they make sure there's a chemical compound in here, and then they give you the percentage. And if you ever wanted to know the percentage of the chemical compound in your oils, if you got one of these books, there's a section of all the chemical compounds and the oils that have them, and what they do and how much is in it percentage wise. And that's what, remember I said oily membrane on the cells and the receptors, is because these oils are attaching itself to the oily membrane, because oil and oil attract each other. And these chemical, you know, it's always looking for chemicals. So not only is it getting the chemicals from our body, but it's also getting the supplements chemical from the oil. So that is one happy cell. Let me just put it that way. Essential oils promote emotional purification and detoxification, and anchor in healthy biochemistry. Wild orange is just naturally is going to lift you up, give you energy. Most citruses will, because of the limonene in it. One drop has 40 million trillion molecules. That's a lot of molecules. Okay, just one drop. That's how powerful these are. So, you know, I've had this sage, you guys. I don't know if you could see how much is left in it. I'm trying to get, 50 million? That's how much. I got this bottle with when I went to Salt Lake City for doTERRA's convention. It came in the convention kit, and it's been a little bit over a year. That's how long these last. Because this is something I didn't use every day, but anytime I had a presentation or I felt like I needed to sage the house, yeah, that's how long they last. They go a long way. Okay. Essential oils support cell receptors. They promote healthy cell function, and it maintains cell natural state. So it's not really hurting our cells. It's actually just gives a little hand. It holds its hand. It's a little boost, little support, little huggy. You know, that's pretty much what it's doing. Here's a close-up magnetized, this little sac that you see on the peppermint leaf here. They magnetized it. Those are the essential oils on the leaf. So they extract that from the leaf. I think there's 3 different types of extraction. There's cold press, there's water. They use a water system, and then they use a dissolvent for like the petals for roses, like the more delicate part of the plant that has oils. They'll use a solvent to extract those essential oils, and it takes tons of pounds of the plant to produce a 15 milliliter or a 5 milliliter, depending on the plant. Like, for example, rose, that will always be a 5 milliliter because it takes 10,000 pounds of rose petals to make the rose essential oil. And CPTG is doTERRA's standard certified pure tested grade essential oils. FDA doesn't have a standard right now, so it's a free-for-all out there commercially in the commercial industry, and doTERRA is not part of the commercial industry. So a lot of people, the oils that you see out there, the other brands, they are part of the commercial industry, so they're not testing, they're not sourcing personally, sourcing these oils, or doTERRA does. They actually have like a sourcing team that goes out to the middle of nowhere to find the farmers that have been farming for generations these plants for doTERRA, and yeah, then we get the benefits of that. Hooray, hurrah. Okay. Peppermint, great for mental support and focus if you get mental fog, especially those in our late 40s, early 50s, going through that little stage of life. Woohoo! You know what I'm talking about. Aromatic is the quickest way to process your emotions in a healthy manner. It really does affect the mood very quickly, because this is what's happening. Anytime an aroma, whether it's from essential oils, or when you're cooking, or when you're at your mom's house or your grandma's house, or wherever, the woods, what's happening is that scent is getting sent through the olfactory sensor here. Oh my God, you guys, so sorry. It's right here on the bridge of your nose, right there. And it hits that, bypasses that, and then it hits the limbic area of your brain, which is the part of the brain that produces chemicals that, reaches our cells, and then they function. And that's what's happening. It's the emotional seat of the brain. So think about like when you go see the dentist and they put you, give you that gas and it knocks you out. It's just that synthetic chemical is hitting your limbic area, and then that's producing the chemicals to, it's time to go night night. So your body's producing that. It's just hitting, the chemicals are telling it to do that, tricking it into it. Essential oils are dynamic, supporting your body physically and emotionally. Like I said, I've been turning to them for the emotional support heavily this last quarter of the year. Topical, yeah, you could apply to the bottom of your feet if you're worried about skin sensitivity issues. And I hear the pores are bigger on your feet. Do your own research. Or the spine, to affect the cells of the blood and the tissue throughout the body. So yeah, the spine is a good place to put oils as well. That's where I put my Clary Calm is right on the middle of my spine, closer to where I think the adrenal gland is. Massage into that specific areas for localized support. See? All right, and then apply over the heart, the wrists, or the fleshy pockets behind your ears. Those are the quickest way to get the oil or the chemical through the bloodstream. Inside the elbow is another option. Apply on the back of the neck, forehead, bottoms of the feet for brain. Oh, and some of these oils do bypass the blood-brain barrier, and most medications don't. If you find one, let me know, because I'm curious. I would always be open to learning more. Frankincense is one of those essential oils that bypass the blood-brain barrier. Okay. Apply over stomach area or bottoms of the feet for the gut. All right. And then internal, because these are the three ways we can, safely use doTERRA. I'm not talking about other oils that are out there. Again, those are commercial industry oils. I'm talking about doTERRA only. If there's a supplement fact on the bottle, these have passed the GRAS test, generally recognized as safe from the FDA, because it's a food additive. That's pretty much how they treat it. It's food additive. Any food additive has to go through that test. CBTG, again, certified pure tested grade, is labeled for dietary use, may be taken under the tongue, in water, in a gel cap. You could cook with it. You can add in your smoothies, your favorite dishes. If you're going to cook with it in high heat, you definitely want to add more oil because it'll burn out, just like any, herb really. So yeah, just add a little extra, anywhere between, depending on the flavoring and the oil. You could do toothpick, you can, which is where you dip the toothpick and get it on the toothpick, and then you can swirl it in, or get a wooden spoon. That works as well too. And you just want to kind of just get a little bit of oil on there. You don't want to put too much. And then just kind of layer as, you get to the right flavor profile that you're desiring. Okay. Seasonal threats, On Guard. We all know the protective blend. I'm sure everybody is stocking up this winter because people are getting sick left and right. And it all seems respiratory to me. Everybody's got the cold symptoms, but it takes you out. It's really interesting after the coronavirus fun we had. Vulnerability, that's the emotional support. On Guard's great for feelings of overwhelming as well. I have like this cute wellness chart that my amazing friend Alice got for me, and it's just a wheel of an emotion. It has all the emotions in it. So if if you need to feel love, you could grab your patchouli or black spruce. And if you're like, well, I don't have those, your other option is serenity or tea tree, which is the top 10 oils in your kit. So once you have your spirit, mind, and body connected, you're going to feel whole, and you're just going to go throughout your day like, things are good. Cellular support for the three brains. You definitely want to look into a supplement. Our food just doesn't have the same nutritional value that it did 100 years ago, because we've depleted the nutrients in our soil. There's tons of articles about that if you want to do your own research. I've heard it, and of course, again, you got to find out who's paying the person to do this research, because the money always comes from somebody that has an agenda of telling everybody, no, we do have nutrients in the soil, and then there's the other side of the coin that says, no, we don't, or we do and we don't. So do your own research, but who knows? And we're cooking some of the nutrients out of our food too. When we use water, that takes it out. When some oils do too. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that one because I haven't found any research on that. But yes, you definitely want to supplement, because we're not always going to be around, the fruits and the berries, because, of season changing. So that's going to change. And this is just additional support, you guys. The XC omega is omega fatty acids 3, 6, and 9. So that's great for your hair, skin, nails, eyesight. Alpha CRS Plus is a bunch of ingredients, like $200 to $300 worth of ingredients in these capsules, and they're all have anti-inflammatory properties like turmeric, milk thistle, pomegranate seed. I'm trying to think of the on top of my head, but there's a handful of them, quite a lot of ingredients in there, and they're all anti-inflammatory. That's the common denominator of those ingredients. And then Microplex VMZ it's not P anymore, it's C, because they made a change in the product a long time ago. Full servings of fruit and vegetables. It's your vitamins and minerals. Vitamins do not work without minerals. So if you're taking vitamins, make sure you take the mineral that works with the vitamin, because you're totally wasting money, and they're probably not making you feel better if you're still having issues. Think about that. And plus, the supplements out there in retail lands, the big box stores, those are made by big pharma, which also make the drugs that keep us alive longer. So you might want to, like, I don't know, if their supplements really worked, we wouldn't need their products later on in life, is all I'm saying. Okay, let's just think about that for a second. If it really works, we wouldn't need them later on. All right. Cleanse and gut restore health, digestive function, scientifically linked to mood. Yes, everything, a lot of stuff goes on in the gut. It really is the driving force to a lot of stuff that's going on in our bodies. So your body needs six things to feel whole. That's carbs, protein, fat, vitamins, minerals, and water. That's it. That's it. If you can nourish your body with those six things every day, you're going to start seeing an improvement in your mood. Maybe some weight might be shed. I can't guarantee that, because you also have to make sure you're not throwing in extra cookies and cake and the sweet stuff. I think you can have some of that in moderation. That's why they call it a balanced diet. You just don't want to eat a whole sleeve of Oreos, is all I'm saying. Read the packaging, what it says. And then if it says you can have 6 cookies and it matches that calorie count and you're fine with that calorie count, eat the 6 cookies. But if you don't like that calorie count, then eat half the cookie, do 3. Just, give yourself some kind of little treat, you guys. I mean, we don't give our puppy dogs a whole, bag. You've seen their treats. We don't give them the whole bag, do we? Why are we doing that to ourselves? Okay. Again, the wheel of emotion. I've got it right here. If I ever see you guys in person, I'll make sure I have it with me. So you guys, especially at the oil chat that I have at 10 o'clock this morning at Blue Mug. If you're in the San Diego area, come up and see us. I'll have this with me, and we'll go over that, and we'll do bioscans and all that fun stuff. So do come join me. If you're in the San Diego area, Blue Mug in Escondido, love to have you. Okay. It's really good coffee too. All right. I've had their tea and their coffee. It's really delish. So yeah, the wheel of emotion. So if you're feeling, let's see, what could be going on during the holidays? You're feeling worried, hurt, grieving, sad, anxious, insecure. All those things could happen. You grab your trees, your florals, and your mints. Okay. If you have individual oils in your toolkit. If you don't have individual oils in your toolkit, doTERRA has made blends that will help you process those emotions, so you can start, feeling whole again. All right, let's dive a little bit into what these oils do for us. I'm going to move this over for myself. All right, cheer. We've got, again, the uplifting blend. I mentioned that. So it's got wild orange, clove, star anise, lemon myrtle, nutmeg, vanilla. I think it has real vanilla, the new one, because we have Madagascar and vanilla now. Ginger, cinnamon bark, and that herb, I'm not even going to try to pronounce. No, thank you. So what this does, the key benefits, it promotes feelings of optimism, cheerfulness, and happiness. That's why it's called cheer. And it interacts negative emotions of feeling down, blue, or low. Yeah, definitely came in handy after I found out I was getting laid off. All right. Console. This has frankincense, patchouli, ylang ylang, labdanum leaf, amorous bark, sandalwood, rose, and osmanthus flower. This is a sweet, musky floral, and it is. I think it's a little too strong because of the lang-lang. I'm not a fan of the lang-lang, but you know, I did use it. It promotes feelings of comfort and hope and interacts emotions, those negative emotions of grief, sadness, and hopelessness. And that we saw because childhood trauma. This is why I turned to this in the very beginning, because I felt like I was, you know, not I didn't have any abandonment issues, but I do find myself retrieving and cutting myself off and being alone when I actually need to, you know, ask more questions. Okay, forgive is a renewing blend. It has spruce leaf, bergamot, juniper berry, myrrh, abavarte, Nootka tree wood, thyme, and citronella. It's very light. I love this one. It promotes feelings of contentment, relief, and patience. So I was trying to give myself some patience at work too. Interacts negative emotions of anger and guilt. Oh yeah, if I was getting angry with someone, definitely grabbing that. Motivate, your encouraging blend, peppermint plant, clementine, coriander, basil, yuzu, melissa, rosemary, and vanilla. I don't know if it has the new Madagascar vanilla, because this is an older slide, I will admit. It promotes feelings of confidence, courage, and belief. It counteracts negative emotions of doubt, pessimism, and cynicism. I was just using it just to keep me motivated, because I was like, what am I doing? You know, I would say like 90% of my responsibilities were taken away from me about a week and a half left of before my layoff. And it was just like, so I needed some motivation to keep me like sitting there. All right, doTERRA Passion has some fractionated coconut oil, cardamom, cinnamon, ginger, clove, sandalwood, jasmine, vanilla, and the Mayana. I think I've had that as a separate in a touch once. I think. I don't know. I get some extras sometimes and I can't remember all of them. All right. So it ignites feelings of excitement, passion, and joy. This is great for if you're libido, if you're trying to, you know, bring some more passion into the boudoir. This is a great one to have. It counteracts negative feelings of boredom and disinterest. Get it? Get it? Okay. So that's passion. And then peace be with you, has vetiver, lavender, ylang again, very potent, frankincense, clary sage, marjoram, and that laudanum again, spearmint. So it promotes feelings of peace, reassurance, and contentment, and it interacts anxious and fearful emotions. So that's why I used that in the beginning, because I was like new to everything and everybody, and I was just like, I need some peace with me. All right, so habits are gonna like have an effect on your lifestyle. Like habits are your lifestyle, that they go to hand in hand. So whatever your lifestyle is because those are the habits you formed. So for a healthy mood lifestyle, we need a healthy mind, a healthy heart, and healthy gut. Okay. So go through each of these little kind of like, where are you? What do you need to focus on? It's to help you out. Do you need to focus on your mind, your heart, or your gut? So if you want to work on healthy thought patterns, choose to believe good about yourself and others, nourish the brain with good fats and minerals. Check, you know, if you need to check all those boxes, then we need to focus on your mind. For your heart, if you need to work on trust, your intuition, your higher power, freely give and receive love, and often feel peaceful inside. I rest well, check all those. If you digest and process food well, if you nourish your gut systems with good nutrition and enzymes, and your body's healthy and feels good. If you can check all those, then you don't need to worry, your gut's good. But if you have less checks, I think I said that backwards. If you don't have any checks in those are the ones we need to focus on and help you out, okay? And I have solutions for you. So what do you need to weed out? Is it negative thoughts, relationships, substances? Think about that. And then what do you want to plant? Do you want to plant new beliefs, healthier relationships, people that aren't like negative or putting you down or thinking your ideas are stupid. Because I've come across that a couple of times. Supplements. What do you want to plant? And how will you nourish this seed? What are you going to do? Are you going to change some daily habits, some practices, some patterns? We're going to change some of those. Definitely mindset. You could start journaling. Think of, if you really want to push yourself, think of 5 things you're grateful for. That's what I did the last time, actually, the first time. Last time I got laid off, I started journaling like crazy, and then, you know, Rona hit. So it was a crazy time. So yes, I push myself to think of 5 things every morning with my coffee. I'm writing down 5 things I'm grateful for. I even started putting things on the mirror, if that helps you, you know, for law of attraction or just changing your mindset about something about yourself. Because if you want something to change, you have to love your body first. You have to love everything about it first in order to change the thing you want to change. Because you'll be where you are, you know, 5 years from now in the same place. Okay. So you can fill a bucket drop by drop. You can clear your mind thought by thought. You can heal yourself moment by moment. It is possible. Be your own best advocate and claim the gift of wellness. So, oh, I meant to delete this because you can purchase retail, but really everybody should be purchasing at the 25%. There is no $35 membership fee. That is gone. You don't have to buy again, like these last, you know, a year plus, you're not obligated to sell. But if you like your oils paid for, you would like that, or you would like some extra income. I don't know what your situation is. There's an opportunity, but you're not obligated. No monthly requirement. You don't have to do a subscription or any kind of anything like that. But there are bonuses and gifts from me and doTERRA when you do shop every month. And yeah. Okay, so we talked about the aroma therapy, emotional aromatherapy. There is a kit, and this kit includes your membership, free membership for a whole year. So you get 25% off is what that means every time you do shop when you need to replenish. If you've used something, you know, maybe use Peace more than you use Motivate. I don't know. It's totally up to you and you know, what's going on with you, right? Okay, so you get a 5 milliliter bottle of the Motivate, Cheer, Passion, Forgive, Console, and Peace. That's about 80 to 85 drops. Okay, and then this could be used for boosting the mood, maybe in your home, in the office, wherever you're traveling. Oh, especially those that are traveling. This is perfect for those that are traveling because you're probably, I mean, TSA is such a nightmare. Throw on some Peace and some Cheer, you know what I'm saying? People are going to really like smell you, and that's going to affect their mood too. So a win-win. And again, this can be used topically and aromatically. So these are 3 options to get started to emotional wellness, you guys. Okay. There's also the Healthy Habits Kit. If you want to, hey, if you want to focus on your gut because you didn't check any of those boxes off, let's focus on the gut. There's 11 products on here, and they come to about $18 a piece. 18 bucks for frankincense, and you know, a 5 milliliter frankincense, and then $18 per bottle of the supplements. Are you kidding me? And the PB Restore, that's, you know, that's a $39 value product with the 25% off, and you're getting it for 18 bucks. This is a freaking steal, you guys. So you're getting frankincense, that's that grounding blend, perfect for on that third eye. Tangerine, uplifting. You can put that in your water in the morning, so when you take your supplements, you get that orange. So it's your brain's gonna think you're drinking orange juice without the sugar. So you're cutting sugar out of your diet in the morning, even though that's really the best time, I think, to ingest sugar is in the morning, because but then you can crash later, so maybe that's not a good idea either. But that's probably the best time to do it, because your body can burn it off because you're out moving and grooving. Whereas if you have it at night, you're going to sleep and your body's not burning anything off at that time. Lavender, keep you chill, cool, collective, on guard for those, you know, feelings of overwhelmment, balance. when, you know, you need to center yourself, things are out of control, you're trying to reduce, you know, manage your stress. And then the other products is the Deep Blue Rub. Perfect for work. If you're going to go out for a walk, if that's your, you know, your exercise is going for a walk, a little bit of Deep Blue, just a pea size behind the knee or both knees or wherever you need it. Because sometimes we feel little aches and pains after we do our walk. Wherever you feel it, put it on there, bottom of the feet if you're not sure. Okay. And then, of course, the Lifelong Vitality Pact, you're getting the whole system. The digestin Terrazyme, what that does is it breaks down the nutrients in your gut when you after you eat. You want to take that, and it takes that nutrients and it just gives all the happy chemicals go to your brain. So it makes you feel better. And the PB Restore Probiome Complex. I have started taking that because I went through the rest of my the PB Assist, the original formula, which in comparison has 6 billion CFUs, which is the probiotics, whereas the PB Restore has 18 billion. So it's more than, it's like what, almost triple? It's, yeah, triple the amount of those probiotics. And I've noticed a difference since I started taking it. This is cleared up. So I'm going to keep taking it. I'm still, again, I got to see the dermatologist on the back of the neck because that doesn't want to go away. It's not flared up. It's just hanging out back there. It's really weird. All right. Home Essentials Kit is your third option if you want the bigger bottles. Okay. But not 3 times the price, right? You're getting bigger bottles. So you're getting 250 drops approximately per bottle, except for the Deep Blue. That's going to be 5 milliliter. And it has a childproof cap because it has wintergreen in it. And that is a chemical that you want to be careful around kids. I don't know the reason, but you can do your research. There's, you know, just Google it. This kit is perfect for stress, anxious feelings, overwhelm, healthy emotional balance. And of course, you get my guidance with this kit. You get the La Luz diffuser, gorgeous diffuser. It's made out of glass. It's super quiet. If I need a diffuser in the bedroom, I can't have a noisy one because it'll wake me up and then I can't get to sleep because I'll hear it. So I just use this one. It's super quiet. It's water-based, but now I have one that is oil-based and I use that one. I like that one so much better. But it's up to you. It's totally up to you. And it can run all day. I think up to 12 hours or something like that. It's amazing. I love it. You can set it and forget it. You could come home after working and your house is going to smell amazing. So you're getting lavender, lemon, peppermint, tea tree, oregano, frankincense, Deep Blue, the blends, Breathe, Digestin, On Guard, and the diffuser. And if you're like, well, I don't need all that, I just want, you know, 1, 2, or 3, I'm going to teach you how to use the other ones when you follow me on Instagram, YouTube, here on Facebook. I teach you how to use these others, like with the other ways to use them and reasons to use them, because peppermint alone has 288 ways to use. So yeah, I mean, there's so many things. So if any of those kits piqued your interest, please text me or message me, direct message me. Connect with me on whatever platform you see this video on, and I'll help you get started. Okay, I'll send you a link, and I'll show you the products with the link, and I can also send you a link just for educational purposes on like how you can use these oils, and you know, if you need that kind of basic information, I could send that, just educational. Okay, not obligated to buy anything. It's just so you can see for yourself what you're getting. Because it doesn't matter who you buy from, Target, Walmart, Costco, they're not going to follow up with you and ask you, hey, did these products work for you? Even the people that are selling that stuff to you, the big brands, they're not reaching out to you to say, hey, how's it working? Are you still enjoying them? What's working, what's not? I will do that. And you get a free wellness consult with me where we sit down and talk about the 3 things you want to feel more or less of. I gift you because I pointed this out earlier in class, the advanced oil book. It's chock full of quick references for ailments, conditions, uses, oil hacks, recipes, diffuser blends, do it yourself, the science It has science in there. It has the feet flexology. So if you want to get into that, I mean, it is chock full of information. So there's no reason for any oils to be sitting on your shelf collecting dust. No. Use your reference book, especially if you have something you're like, I don't want to go to the doctor for this. I don't want to run out to the CVS for this. What do I have at home that I could like take care of it now? Because we're always looking for something instantaneous, like now, now, now. You have to be consistent with these. They don't necessarily do something right away, but when you do find the oil that does, manage whatever's going on, yeah, you run with it. But you got to keep trying and give yourself patience and grace and refer to that book. If something's not working, you probably need something stronger or another oil that has the same chemical compound. Okay. Or does the same thing but has a different chemical compound that does do that thing. You see what I'm just get the book. And you know what I'm talking about. All right. You can follow me on social media platforms. You get a welcome gift from me. I send you an email that tells you how to log into your doTERRA account so you can replenish or start ditching and switching, like start removing the toxins out of your home, because that also plays a part in your health as well. So there's 3 types of people that come to my class that listen to me gab about oils, because it's my favorite thing to do. The first one person's going to live the wellness lifestyle. They're going to incorporate these oils. They're going to use them daily, and they're going to see the benefits, especially after 90 days. You want to give yourself at least 120 days, because that's how long it takes for your liver cells to rejuvenate, every 120 days. And that's when you're going to start feeling a difference. I'm telling you. But if you don't know, you got to try. Because if you don't try, you'll never know. There are some people out there that are listening to me going, oh, I know somebody that can use this, that would need support for this. They're going through the same thing I'm going through, or they're going through the same thing you're going through. And you want to share. You naturally want to give these products to them to try, or just, use while you're using them. And you can get your products paid for. I definitely want to talk to you. And then those that want to like earn an income, residual income, and make an impact in their community. Because I know there's a lot of people that are trying to, do good out there in their community. This is one way you can do that. This is one way. Okay. And I'm here for you to support you any way if you're a sharer or builder. But if you are, I'd like you to stick around a little bit longer. I'm going to do this. I'm going to fly by real quick because I want to be mindful of everybody's time. So I've got 5 minutes. I want to share the joys of sharing oil. So why doTERRA? Why now? Largest essential oil company in the world. They're globally. They're in Asia. They're in South America. They're in Europe. And those countries are taking off like crazy because people are naturally, the other countries are going to turn to natural products because it's in grains in them, whereas we were kind of like, what drugs do you have? So I'm hoping to bring on more people to trying to change that mindset that we don't need to rely on big pharma. We can use natural plants to heal our body, or not heal, but to support our body naturally. I got to watch what I say because FDA will come after me and say, you need to take that off of your channel. Anyway, tested, like rigorously tested. They're sourced globally. They work with the farmers. They pay them fair market value. 98% of the farmers are exclusive with doTERRA. They will not work with anyone else. doTERRA is not in the commercial industry when it comes to essential oils, because there is a commercial industry for essential oils and they're not part of that game. Their compensation plan is genius, and I would add generous, because what they did is they took the 3 types of compensation plans that are out there for any market multi-level marketing, MLM. They took the best bits of those 3 compensation plans and created one, because they said, if it works, we'll do it. If it doesn't work, they're not going to put it in. So yeah, it's really good. And then they do have a high retention rate on customer loyalty, 65%. To compare to Costco, and this is pre-COVID, it was around 85% that their customer loyalty. So it kind of gives you an idea. privately owned, incredible ownership team, and debt-free without any outside funding. So no investors, because investors they don't care how they make their money back. They want to make it back quickly and just very quickly. And then they don't care anyway that those companies can give them money back is they will cut all kinds of stuff, carrots out. Because I've lived through that too when a company bought a bigger company. It's just, investors are crazy. So questions you may have: how do I make money? How much time is involved? Could this work for me? And what's the next step? This is how you make money. You share, you you tell them, hey, what do you think? They're like, I'm open to learning more. And ask them, are you open to learning more? Then you invite them to the class. You invite them to one of my classes. Say, hey, Nicole's teaching a class. You should check it out. I watch them and they're pretty amazing. Whatever you got to say, right? And then hopefully you're getting a lot of value out of it. And then we enroll them and then we support them every step of the way so that we make sure they're getting the love and support that they need to reach their goals. This is the income potential to pay for your product. You want to set goals to reach elite and premier. If you want to supplement, set your goals to meet silver, gold, and platinum. And if you want to replace your income, reach for the diamonds, you guys. Excuse me. Gosh darn it. Phlegm. All right. How much time is involved? Well, if you want your oils paid for, 15 minutes a day. If you want to supplement your income, 5 to 15 hours a week during your lunch, before you head out to work, after work, pencil in 30 minutes here and there. You can make it work. I mean, I did when I first signed on. I was working full time and I did this on the side. If you want to replace your income, this could totally be a full-time job. Could this work for me? If you're passionate about oils, once you get them in your home and you have that aha moment and you're like, I can't keep this to myself, because you're going to feel guilty, grab an oil because you're not going to feel guilty after you grab your oil. Go out and share this so you don't feel guilty. Love on the people that support you, that love on you back. And you can follow a system and get things done. If you're capable and committed and consistent, you have to be consistent. The 3 C's. So next step, if you don't have a wholesale account, you can upgrade and set your LRP to 100 PV. And the reason we're setting up an LRP for 100 PV is because that's when you earn commission, is when your LRP is set to 100 PV. I will help you set that up so it meets your needs and that you're not getting things that you don't need. I want to make sure you're getting things that you do want or need in your home. It's super easy and I can help you with that. You want to reach out for help. I could plug you into all kind of training. We have all kinds of ways to do this business. There's the business building guide. I could get you a copy of that if you prefer that, or if you want to follow someone, I can link you to the right person that matches, your vibe. Start making your list and then sample people. It's easy to do, and I don't know why I have these blank ones. All right, so the only thing keeping you from what you want is your story about why you can't have it, and this happens to everyone. Go ahead and stop my share. I haven't stopped. I keep trying and, setting up appointments and meeting new people. Getting out of my comfort zone is key. And it's really, the drive is because it works. These work. I mean, how can I not share? I would feel awful if I didn't, because I know there's a lot of people out there struggling on the struggle bus. And at some point we all go through it, and whatever that looks like for you, and I'm here to help you to get through it, to process it, because what happens if we don't process these emotions, they get stored in our body and then they show up when we least expect it, and then we look crazy. And I don't want that to happen to us, because it's not a good look. All right, that's it, you guys. I'll see you next month. Because if you just got your kicks, you got your oils, you don't know how to use them, join me next month. I'll show you what to do when you get your oils. First off, open them up and play with them. I'll show you that. But if you want to learn a little bit more on how to safely and effectively and affordably use them, so you're not using too much, because a little goes a long way. And I want to make sure you have all of that information. Join me. And if you've already, if you're 10 years plus using oils, you might learn something new, or maybe you forgot, and you can always get a refresher and hang out with me and learn something new. And plus, I always go over the deeper discounts for the month and what doTERRA has up their sleeve, especially December, because more holiday gifts are going to be pushed out. And I think there's an opportunity to get a free frankincense, you guys. I mean, myrrh is 10% off this month, so get your free frankincense next month. Maybe Jesus will come back and hang out with you because you've got these oils, these amazing oils. I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's test that theory. Okay. Be well, you guys. Mwah. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next month. And if you like this video, please hit subscribe and follow me for more weekly videos. You will get weekly videos from me, tips and hacks on how to stretch your dollar with these oils. So follow me there on YouTube. If you're not watching me there, go to YouTube and subscribe. If you are already here at YouTube, subscribe that button, like it, share, because the more that know, the better. Okay, love you guys. See you next month. Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble gobble. Cook with your oil.